Hello. So, I have good news. I finally finished reading Three Junes by Julia Glass, and I actually started reading this book. I want to say in let's take some reflection. I started reading this book in September, or even like July, August, September. I mean August. And it is now December 11th, 2011, and it's been, what, 3 months? It's been taking me a while. Reason is because I got a job in September, and then I got real busy, and I really didn't have any spare time to read it, only on the weekends where I work and I have more time, but I would do other stuff and I would forget about reading it. And to tell you the truth, some of the book was not that interesting or intriguing, or so I just didn't feel like reading it, or like, it takes a lot for me to finish a book really quick. If I really like the book, I would definitely finish it really fast, and it will take me like a day or two or a week depending on my time, but I will make time to finish it. So, Three Junes. This book is technically about, I don't know, what is it about? It's about different characters. It's divided into 3 different sections. The first 2 sections consist of a family. The first one is told by the father, the second is told by one of the sons, and then the last is told by a mutual friend of the son in the second part. You learned more about the history of, sorry, you could hear that, that's the train tracks at my job. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, that's right. So the first part basically tells like the history of the family, and the father who was on a trip somewhere in Greece, I believe, or somewhere out there, Greece, and he had just recently lost his wife not too long ago, and it kind of took a toll on him and stuff, and he's just taking a really long trip, that people take when you get old and you just go traveling. He meets various amount of people there, and he talks about his sons, which he has 3. It's 2 twins and then the older son. And then after that it goes about, then it's the older son is the second part is about him. The older son is gay, and in this first part the father talks about him, and he says he understands him. It was kind of hard to hear about his son. He was gay, but he learned to accept it and whatnot. So then the second part is about his son, which his name is Fenno, and he talks about his life in New York and how he departed from his family. He's Scottish and English, I believe. His family lives in England or in Scotland, and he moved to New York to study as a child, and since then he's been away from his family and only seen them like Christmas time, or the holidays, or like once or twice a year. When it's his part, his father has already passed and his mother has passed. His mother passed of cancer, I believe, and his father just died out of sickness. And so he just describes of how when they were children, and how he was always like he felt separate from his brothers because they were twins, and they always played together and got along, and he was always the other one, and especially because he was gay and stuff, so he was always pushed away, or was never felt like he connected with the family, which makes sense why he goes to New York and studies over there. He meets a group of people, one of which he becomes really good friends with, and then he makes him his friend that he makes along the way has him take care of his bird, which he's unable to care for anymore because he has AIDS, and for some reason it doesn't do him good. So then he has a couple lovers here and there. One who is Tony, who he really, really, really likes and is in love with, but this Tony guy has like a second life, and he's never there all the time consistently. It's more like an on and off relationship, and so he's never there, and that kind of hurts him and stuff. And then there's a lot of stuff that happens. This is like the stuff that I remember, because like then again the book was good, but not 100% to my liking. And the third part is what's her name? Ferno, I believe is her name. It sounds like Fenno, but it's Ferno. And Fern, actually. And she is, or was, with Tony, which is Fano's like lover, and she found out he was gay, and then he started dating this guy named Jonah, and they got married. He died, and then she got with this other guy, this Greek guy named Sacros, and she ended up getting pregnant by him. Then he goes away to Greece for a while because he's Greek, traditional Greek, and then at the end he comes back, but he can't find her, and so you never know what happens. And it leaves with her she's with Fano. I mean with Fano, and then it ends with them like kind of saying that they are what they are, which was in New York City. I'm sorry if this review is kind of like random and like not really into place, but basically that's what happened. I mean, would I recommend to read this book? Probably not. If it took me a long time to read it, it was for a reason. And usually when it comes to reading, I really have to like the book for me to read it like all the time. So I mean, it's a National Book Award winner, and when I looked it up online, when I was looking for books, I looked for books that received awards, and they're really good, and it got really good remarks, but I just don't get it. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I wasn't reading between the lines. I don't know. I should have probably been more attentive to the writing. There were some quotes here and there that I really liked and really struck me, but other than that, like, it was an okay book. I read better books. And so, yeah. But next book I'm reading is called Aleph by Paulo Coelho. And I've been really excited to read this book. And that's why I was trying to finish this book. So that's what kind of motivated me to finish this book. And I did finally. So I'm going to read Aleph. And I bought it in Spanish because I want to practice my Spanish reading and my vocabulary. So I'm going to start reading that probably tonight or tomorrow or see when, and then I'll do a book review on that as well. That one's probably, hopefully that one's going to be a little bit more better, because I'm pretty positive I'm going to love that book, because I love all of his books. So I'll probably be more motivated and give more thorough and specific reviews, and more describing the book, because this book I really kind of didn't do that good, and I know, but it's pretty good, I guess. I mean, it's okay. If you want to read it, go ahead, but let me know if you read it and you have a different opinion about this book, and write it in the comments below, or email me, or find me on Twitter or something. Okay, all right, you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you later if anybody sees this. Okay, all right then, bye.